What's going on with One of the Sports? Back with another video, and in this video I'm going to be talking about the breaking news out of the world of the Toronto Blue Jays. As big time news, the Blue Jays have signed Chris Bassitt, starting pitcher, to a 3-year deal worth $63 million. That's $21 million a year. This 3-year deal is pending a physical. Chris Bassitt, the right-handed pitcher from the New York Mets, a fantastic player, and he's going to join the Jays' already loaded starting pitching roster of Cy Young finalist and second-year starter, really only his first full year, Alek Manoah, Kevin Gausman, who's fantastic, and Jose Barrios. Bassitt will probably be in the 3 or 4 spot in this rotation. It's a loaded, absolutely loaded starting pitching tandem for the Toronto Blue Jays. And Bassitt is going to be turning 34 in February. So for opening day, he'll be 34. So he'll be a 34, 35, and 36-year-old in his next 3 seasons with the Blue Jays. But he's been really good, and there's really no concerns for me signing a starting pitcher, on the back end of their career. Starters, and pitchers really are they often remind me of goalies in hockey or, quarterbacks in football. They're guys who likely go, and play the longest out of any position in their respectable sport. But Bassitt was fantastic last year, and he's really been good the past few years since 2017. But last year he had the most innings pitched he's ever pitched at 181 and 2/3 innings, and he started 30 games for the Mets. He struck out 167 batters and just walked 49 guys. Bassitt was very, very good. Last season. Of course, as you guys, would know based off watching him play, probably because he was a really good pitcher, and just based off his stats, along with that, he had a win-loss record of 15-9, a 3.42 ERA. So obviously just a great record for him on, a Mets team that had really good pitching already. He only had that one season with the Mets, but, even with Oakland, he was really good. Since 2018, really, he's been good. Moving to that 2018 year when he was 29 years of age, he had a 3.02 ERA on a small sample size. But in 2019, 25 starts in 28 games, he was 10-5 with a 3.81 ERA. He was 5-2 in 2020 in that COVID year, and 11 starts with a 2.29 ERA and 63 innings pitched. 12-4 in 2021, which was his last season with Oakland. In which he was also an all-star, 12-4 record with 3.15 ERA. So he has been really good over the course of his career. Now, a lot of people may be concerned with his age, but it does not concern me one bit. He's still a guy who could throw the ball really well. He's a big guy, and he was one of the hottest starting pitchers on the market for a reason. Despite his age, these are guys that, if you're concerned about his age, look at his progression throughout his career. He's gotten better the older he's gotten. And he's still 34. He's not like he's 38 like Verlander, who the Mets signed. He's a guy who's, probably in the last 5 or 6 or 7 years of his career. But it definitely is a good deal for the Blue Jays. I think they had to sign some sort of starting pitcher because we probably are going to lose Ross Stripling. That looks like it is at least, likely now at this point. But I think Bassitt's really good. He's a lot better than Stripling. And I guess you could say it's a replacement for Stripling, and it's an upgrade, and then at that 5 spot, you have decisions to make. You could obviously still get, I'm a little bit upset the Jays didn't sign Manaea. He signed a 2-year, $25 million deal with the Giants. That would have been a really good, contract, but at the end of the day, I think, the Jays still have money to spend, and I think they could go out there and get somebody like a 5th type of guy in the rotation, like a Jose Quintana or Andrew Heaney or like I said, a Manaea. Obviously, those 3 guys signed, but somebody of that caliber. But I really like the addition of Bassitt. He's a really high caliber pitcher. And he still throws hard. His fastball hits around 94 on average, but his precision on his fastball is ridiculous. He paints the corners unbelievably. But along with the fastball, he throws a cutter, slider, curveball, and a changeup. So he's a 5-pitch pitcher. He's obviously got a lot of variety, and he's really a really good pitcher. And it's a very similar situation what he's coming into here with the Jays. Obviously you have 2 aces, really, maybe even 3. And I wouldn't make the argument the Mets had 3 good pitchers as the Jays did last year, Barrios, Gausman, and Manoah. They had, of course, 2 really good guys in Scherzer and DeGrom, but they didn't really have a Barrios-type guy as the number 3. Taijuan Walker, I wouldn't say he's a number 3, but Bassitt was the number 3 in New York on arguably the best pitching staff in the league. Now he's the number 3 or 4, even with the Jays. So, it's obviously a really, really good signing. And who knows, maybe Hyun-Jin Ryu is going to be able to play next year. So we'll have to see what happens. But I really, really like this signing from the Toronto Blue Jays from a fan perspective. He received Cy Young Award votes in 2020 and 2021, so that goes to show you how good of a pitcher Chris Bassitt really is. The Jays were quiet up until yesterday, or 2 days ago when they signed Kiermaier, and now, of course, the big splash. $21 million a year on Chris Bassitt. I really, really like the signing. And does this mean the Jays are done? Absolutely not. I think the Toronto Blue Jays still have money to spend. I still think they could add. They're going to add relievers. They could add a 5th starting pitcher. Expect them to sign another outfielder maybe, or a lefty bat. The Jays are in a good spot here. And I really, really like where they're headed. I like this signing a lot. We'll see obviously how he plays on the field. This is, of course, pending physical, but he more than likely will pass that physical. He's a really good starting pitcher at 6'5", 230. I'm looking forward to watching him pitch. Like I said, as the 3 or 4 guy in the Jays rotation. Great signing for the Jays, and I think Bassitt's a really good guy and who's going to be here for the next 3 years, maybe even beyond that, because I think he's that good of a pitcher that the Jays will even want to re-sign even beyond these 3 years. But that is all I got in this video. You guys let me know down in the comment section your thoughts on the Toronto Blue Jays signing Chris Bassitt to this 3-year, $63 million deal, $21 million a year. I love it. You guys let me know the good stuff down in the comment section. As always, please leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you guys, and we'll see you guys all in the next video. And as always, let's go Blue Jays.